McMinnville Municipal Airport is not where you'd think to look if you're going car spotting. But for one weekend in September, the most extreme street cars lock in a guts and glory trap speed competition reaching towards 250 miles per hour. I was out there that weekend following ETS's 2,000 plus horsepower GTR piloted by Lucas English, as well as a cadre of his employees insane Evos, Integras, and Civics. Whether or not the ETS GTR would clinch the title of fastest car out there that day wasn't clear, but one thing was, it was easily going to be in the top 5. But the day with ETS and English started with the world's fastest Evo 10. Cracked 200 miles per hour without much effort, and they figured they should run it against something that could give it a good run for its money. One of their Evo 8s, also making north of 1,000 horsepower. But halfway down the track, the X had a sudden issue. And after sorting it out, they decided to turn their attention to the real issue at hand, breaking some records with the GTR. Also, let me apologize in advance for the audio, but this car is fucking loud. Lining up for the first run, you could tell that everyone, even rivals, were very curious to see what this car could do. First pass, however, did not go as hoped. But shit, this was a 2-day event. Overnight, ETS had swapped transmissions and done some tweaking to get the GTR ready to duke it out all over again with some seriously fast Lamborghinis. Anticipation hung in the air, and all eyes remained glued to easily the most powerful GTR there, and quite possibly the most powerful car in general. Midway through a pretty quick pass, something subtle went wrong as the passenger side window flexed out. Did you see it? Here, let's do that again. .232 was more what everyone was expecting at the lower boost they were running. Back at the ETS trailer, they were figuring out what flew off the car and what to do about it.
That's what it was. Yeah, 232 on that timing. Well, maybe the V-Box is good. It looked like you pulled the chutes early.
Back at the starting line, I took a look at what they'd engineered. A wise man once said, if it looks dumb but works, then it ain't dumb. And with that quick fix, they were ready to see what a little more boost could do. But again, some things seem to have not quite panned out. With some downtime, Lucas English was nice enough to give me a rundown of their progress so far.
I'm Lucas English with English Racing, driver of the ETS GTR. Yesterday we broke the transmission, 6 gears. We got a new transmission in overnight. We came out today, a little less power in the 6 gears, just kind of shakedown run, get the transmission warmed up, did the 232. After that pass though, we went to hit something on the track. We got a little hole in one of our rear tires.
Slow leak, if you hear it.
So we swapped to same tires but older, but seemingly we've lost a severe amount of traction. So right now we've found another set of tires, made some wing adjustments, turned the power back down a little bit, so we're hoping we can at least just get the 235 or 236 to get the GTR record back. But right now traction is definitely a problem.
What kind of power levels and boost is it running, do you know?
So the 232 is about 44 pounds, you know, which I guess it'd be 2,000 horse or something like that. The last pass is about 50 pounds, probably 21 or 200 horse range. Okay. But we just were spinning the tires. They say after 200 the car actually goes into two-wheel drive mode, but the ABS sensor is all maxed out. So we have a John Visconti all-wheel drive controller we just put in it, which is supposed to possibly keep it locked all the way, so that'll hopefully help. But it's also scary because if our tires are that bad, these have a clutch that runs the front end, and so we run the chance of frying that clutch, or even more scary, breaking the front drive line. So either way, we'll see what happens.
Well, things had not been all good so far for ETS and English, and I know they were all hoping for a breakthrough. The GTR was capable of making 2,500 or more wheel horsepower, but was struggling to put it down between the transmission problems and tire issues. If a run of luck was coming, it was going to have to come soon. We were halfway through day 2 now. But that's the funny thing about breakthroughs. They happen whenever they're going to happen.
What was it? 3684. 3684.
Take it. Spun the tires.
Yeah.
A lot. So we changed our tires, put more downforce in it, and got the traction back. Now we'll see if we can take more power.
Did you guys break the record though there?
Well, we think so.
Who do the shit that I do?
The GTR half-mile record was definitely theirs now, and it was time to focus on trying to snatch the top speed titles for the event from underground racing's speed-greedy Lamborghinis.
So how much boost was that running?
I'm not sure what he targeted. I'm assuming around 50.
That was still the 50, but it was cleaner. We changed our shift points, our shift cuts. We added a little more timing. So now we should be able to give it the same amount of power again, but it's either going to spin the tires, or blow the motor up, or go fast.
One thing that was surprising to a novice like me was how friendly, jovial, congratulatory all the drivers were with one another. But it made sense as I looked at it from another light. These were all people here doing what they loved. Why shouldn't they be having a great time doing it?
How'd it feel?
It feels crazy every time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Usually when they go straight, they actually feel slower than when it's not, when it's spinning and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. So.
Is it calm in those moments?
No, nothing's wrong.
Never.
No. My hand's on the parachute, waiting for it to be over.
About how long does it take in seconds? Do you know?
The whole pass?
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's probably 10, 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I ran 725, on a drag strip.
Yeah.
But that's putting like all the power in third gear and a lot more power in second now. So if I was to launch here, I bet it would barely be an 8-second car with the launch.
Yeah.
The Lambos are killing it though. I mean, Giddy was 243, but they have another one at 247.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's kind of the...
That's the mark?
Yeah, well right now we actually have a pot going on, so the 75-25, so I want to at least hit second so I can get my money back.
But of course, no one builds a 2,500 horsepower GTR just for shits and giggles. This thing was meant to smash records and snatch titles. And that's exactly what they intended to do. With the second fastest time of the event in hand, and the GTR half-mile record, they wanted to make one final grab at the event top speed title the last 10 minutes of the second day. While they didn't nab the top honors at Shift Sector that weekend, they did make a hell of a showing for a second day start. I'd like to imagine if they'd had the car in fully operational shape on day one, they could have easily worked their way up to 250 miles per hour or maybe even more. But that's to find out next year. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe for more Shift Sector, ETS, English racing, and much, much more.